this is Ka, and for this week I wanted to talk about my lazy goal setting system, and I'm calling it lazy because I have my bucket list and yearly goals and monthly goals and weekly goals, but I don't break down my goals to like a daily stage because I do want some freedom. I'm like lazy some days, and I migrate a lot of stuff, so I don't do like a daily goal setting system. So that's why I called it lazy. Just, I thought that was a good way to say it. But yes, before we begin, the reason why I have both open, I do have, I filled in all the pages for my bucket list, yearly goals, monthly goals, and weekly goals. So I just opened my standard TN size setup that I want to use in 2024 because I only have the bucket list filled in, and the yearly and monthly here, they're blank because it's not 2024 yet, so we're not even close. So it's open, it's blank, so that's why I wanted to use this. But my bucket list, you could have like your 2023 bucket list or 2024 bucket list, but I sort of think of a bucket list as like a lifetime thing. So these are goals that I want to achieve in my lifetime. So they're huge, they're really big, and they're not, they stay pretty much the same every single year. I might add stuff, change, revise a bit, but they stay pretty much the same. So I just migrate them from one reference insert to another. And as I'm migrating them, I sort of changed out the layout. I divided them into like different sections, different areas of my life this year. So like that might change, but inside, like relatively, they stay the same. So bucket list is for like things I want to achieve during my lifetime, and that's like the first goal setting page in my reference insert. And then my yearly goals. The reason why I have two pages, it's for this setup, it would be 23 goals for 2023, because I'm matchy, and 24 goals for 2024. So I do want to see the year before in order to just as a reference point to see what I did achieve and what I was not able to achieve, and how I should take that into account when setting goals for 2024. So I have different sections: personal, work, studies, and content. Yes, so they would be a bit more specific than my bucket list, because bucket list, that's like huge. One example would be get a PhD degree. That's huge. I don't know if I will be able to achieve that in my lifetime, but that's what I want to do. One goal. And that's not even like achievable like in just 1 year. So I would break it down, maybe like get my master's first. So I would, these are a bit more specific, still broad, but a bit more specific than my bucket list, than the goals in my bucket list. And then so I would have the yearly goals next. And then next to that, I would have my monthly goals. So goals and review. For review, I just want to put one big event, one big accomplishment for that month. And for goals, it would be a bit more specific than my yearly goals, but I don't have like a hard rule on how specific it needs to be. But my monthly goals would include a lot more numbers, specific numbers on how much I want to save, how much offer content to, how much posts I should upload, or things like that, and what I want to achieve. So a bit more specific, maybe including numbers. But there's no like hard set rule for how specific it needs to be or things like that. I just go, according to my mood. So monthly goals, and that's it for my reference in my reference insert. So bucket list, lifetime, yearly, bucket list that stays unchanged for like goals, lifetime goals, yearly goals, and then monthly goals are in my reference insert. And then for my weekly goals, they stay in my like planner of that year. So for 2023, I'm in my Take a Note A6 planner. So I have my weekly goals on the monthly pages for every week. But maybe for 2024, if I'm in the standard TN size, and if I'm using the freely planned insert notebook for my like daily, monthly, daily, weekly planner, you know, because they have the monthly pages at the front and blank pages at the back, I might put in like a weekly and do daily pages. If I'm in that, I would have, you know, in a similar layout, like my weekly goals, weekly schedule, and then go into the daily sections. So the weekly goals stays in the like planner of that year. And I don't set goals, all the goals like right from the start. So bucket list, I have all that, and that remains unchanged pretty much. But then for the yearly goals, I do set that at the beginning of the year, because January 1st is a magical number for me, because it feels like a fresh start, new planner and new start. So I do set all my goals, like yearly goals that I want to achieve for that year. I do set that up. But for the monthlies, I set up the monthly goals when we get towards that month. So I set up the January monthly goals, but I don't have all the other months are empty, because I don't know what I did actually achieve, and what I could achieve would you know, sort of depend heavily on what I did actually achieve the prior month. So for months, I would only like fill them up as we get closer to that month. And weekly as well. I did plan out all the goals for January, what I want to achieve, but I would keep revising that. So monthly and weekly, I would set them up as we get closer to that month, and yearly, all at once at the start of the year. So yeah, that's why I think it's lazy, you know, because I don't have everything set out right from the start, like all the monthly goals or weekly goals. I only take it month by month for like the monthly goals. And yearly, because we are in that year, I do have the yearly goals and the bucket list goals. But yeah, the monthly goals, I fill them up as we go through the year. And I think, yeah, that's it. It was a very short video because there's not like a whole lot of structure to this. It's, you know, as I do it as we get to that point. So I hope it was useful, and I'll be back next week with another video. Thank you for watching.